Do you have a cleaning business and you're struggling to maximize your profits? In this video, I'm going to show you how to take the existing customers that you already have, increase your profits, and I'm going to show you when you actually bring in new customers, a way on how you can go ahead and set them up so that you're able to maximize your profits into the future. So with that said, let's get into it. Okay, so starting off, maximizing your profits really boils down to being efficient, right? You need to be efficient in a lot of different areas, but specifically, let's talk about this because this is the one thing, this is easy to do and we can all control this, right? Let's talk about when it's time to actually go ahead and clean. When you go ahead and clean, depending on what type of solution that you're using, it's good. A lot of solutions will come with the instructions on the back. Well, all solutions will come with the instruction on the back on how you're supposed to use the product, dilute the product if it needs to be diluted, or if it's ready to use, you can just go ahead and use it. But specifically right now, let's talk about products that have to be diluted. We do use some of those within our business, but when you're using those products, especially when you're go ahead and you're delegating, the cleaning task off to, staff, or if you're just bringing someone new in, you're going to want to make sure that you're actually following those directions to a T. One, because if you're not following them, then there's no guarantee that whatever you're cleaning is going to be cleaned the way that it's supposed to be cleaned. And then two, it gives you a better chance of actually knowing when you need to go ahead and replenish whatever that item is. So when I issue out all of our products, guys, I will always issue out measuring cups. Measuring cups, you can go to the dollar store and get a measuring cup. I always make sure I issue out measuring cups. I show my staff exactly how much they should be using. I show them on the bottle, and then I physically show them how much product you should actually be using to get this job done, or to fill this other bottle, this gallon bottle. Whatever the case is, I always make sure that I'm actually showing them. And if it's a situation where I just give someone a bottle that should last, 6 months, and they call me in, a month from now, or a month from when I issued it to them, and they're saying, hey, we're all out of this, I know that there's a problem, and this is the problem. Here's where the problem lies, is that they're using too much product. All of that stuff cuts into your bottom line. It cuts into your profits, and we're here to maximize profits. Another point on the efficiency side of things is making sure that you have the right tools to do the job. Let me give an example. We have a building that we do, right? We only do the floors in the common areas. This is a 4-story building, right? If we were to go ahead and say, okay, we're gonna just take care of the floors the same way we would take care of, a dental office floors, right? It would cost us so much time, so much money, and I would burn through a lot of staff, which means that now I have to go ahead and retrain staff. What I did was I just went out and I bought a commercial grade floor scrubber. It's one of those push behind floor scrubbers. Guys, this thing cuts the time in half. Not only is it easier for my staff, not only is the customer getting better results, but it's cutting the time down in half. So it's probably gonna take me about 2.5 to 3 months to recoup the cost that it took for me to buy this thing. But at the end of the day, this is a tool that I'm gonna be able to have for years and years and years. And it is not specific to this one account. I can take it to other accounts that we have that require the same type of work. So making sure that you have the necessary tools to do the job for you to be as efficient as possible in these accounts so that you're able to maximize profit. Okay, so number 2, let's talk about client retention and upselling. The best way to upsell, in my personal opinion, is to actually precondition the prospect that, hey, this is a problem that we may have to address later on down the line. The reason why I said prospect and not client is because I preconditioned the prospect. Once we actually do the walkthrough, I said, hey, this could be one of the problems, or this could be the reason why we're having this problem. And I'll give an example, right? I never sell anyone on anything that they don't need, right? That's the other thing, just being upfront, being honest. But I'll bring the problem to their attention. I'll show them how we can fix it. And I say, hey, we don't necessarily have to take care of that right now. We'll go ahead, we'll take care of, all of your basic needs. And then a month, 2 months down the line, we'll go ahead and revisit. In their mind, they already know that this is a problem, right? Because they recognized the problem before we got there. But I gave them a solution. I put it in the back of their mind to let them know, hey, we're going to bring this up again later on down the line, so be ready for it. We've already set the stage for the upsell. Now, when it comes to your client retention, right? you're just piggybacking off of the upsell that you already did. You're still maintaining, A1 quality service. You're still there when they need you. You're still providing just everything that you told them that you were going to be able to provide and more. One of the things that I like to do is I like to oversell, but I have to over deliver. And that can look a lot of different ways. But the main thing is that you're preconditioning the client, you're preconditioning the prospect before they even become a client that, hey, this could be a problem and we're here to fix it. Once you're in the building, now that leads to other things, right? That leads to parking lot maintenance. That leads to, all types of other carpet cleaning, strip and wax, so many other things that once you're inside of this building, once this is your actual client, you've developed a relationship of you being able to do the job and trust. They're not going to want to go out and look for someone else to do something that you can already do. Next on the list, let's talk about your pricing strategies. How are you pricing things, right? I'm going to tell you the wrong way to price. This is one of the things that, a lot of people do, and they really shoot themselves in the foot. Okay, let me give you an example. You go and whatever, it doesn't matter the kind of building, right? It's a building that you go to, it's 5,000 square feet. It's completely open space. And you got to, there's a couple of bathrooms in there and you just got to go ahead, clean, vacuum, so on and so forth, right? You go to another building, it's the same, 5,000 square feet, except for there's 30 cubicles, there's the same amount of bathrooms. They want you to take out all the trash and to recycle. The second building that I just described is you should bid higher on that building because you're actually doing more work in that building. You still have to vacuum the same amount of floor. You still have to mop the same amount of floors, the same amount of bathrooms, but in this case, now you're dealing with more trash, more recycle. You should definitely be taking into account those extra added duties. Don't just look at a building like, hey, I only have to worry about the square foot because that's what, someone else told me that I needed to do is just worry about. No, you don't. It's the square footage and all of those other things. If there's stairs involved, you have to account for the stairs. If there's, all of these different, if there the water fountains, the amount of, toilets, urinals, mirrors, sinks, all of these things matter. And all of these things should be taken into account when it's time for you to actually price out, what it's going to cost for you to do this account and submit your proposal, right? All square footage isn't created equal. It matters on what's inside and the scope of work that comes inside of these buildings that determines what you should be charging. If you're still with me in this video and if any of what I said so far makes sense, make sure you go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button because the algorithm and all that stuff, it really does help out a lot. The last thing that I am definitely going to touch on is technology. Guys, technology is our friend, especially when we're in business. We can go ahead and set something up one time and it can just work over and over and over and over again. Let me give you a quick example, right? For our supplies, like especially like our gloves, I know kind of about when we need to order gloves, when we need to order supplies. I didn't have to go out and buy any new technology or rent any new technology for me to go ahead and set up on my calendar, on my phone, hey, the third Friday of every month order this or order that, or every 2 months order this. Or you can go on Amazon and if you have, I know for sure it's on Amazon Business, I'm not sure if it's on Amazon Personal, but you can set up subscriptions where it's like, okay, I will go ahead and I'll buy this product, send this to me every 3 months, send this to me every 1 month, right? You can set all of this stuff up, guys. Use technology when it comes to scheduling, when it comes to payroll, when it comes to all of these different things. There are systems that we put in place so that I don't have to keep thinking about stuff. I don't have to put stuff on my operations manager. I don't have to do any of that stuff. Like, we set things up using technology, right? And this is one of the things that I urge, especially new people getting into the business, guys. Like, learn technology, get involved in some of these conversations, because that's kind of the way things are going. You want to automate as much of your business as possible. If you have any questions on what products I use to go ahead and automate certain things on my account, leave me a comment, reach out to me, send me an email, send me a DM, ask me in the Inner Circle. The Inner Circle is our Facebook group. We're almost to that 100 member mark. Once we get there, we're definitely going to give whoever wins, right? We're giving them a free walkthrough, and then they can go ahead and share their experience. How was it? Is it exactly what I said it was going to be, or was it a waste of time, right? I know it's not going to be a waste of time because we have repeat customers over and over and over and over. If you want the link to that, you don't have time to wait. The link to our walkthroughs are in the description. Guys, that is it for today's video. Like I say, in the game of business, spectators are only going to watch. Hustlers get into the game so they can win. Guys, I'm always dropping jewels. The only way to be in position to pick them up is you got to like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, my name is Marcus Crockett. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.